boys in the booth. Talking all the ball, you know we spitting the truth. Rub 'em, fight hard, showing love for the game. Owls in the sky, play for more than the fame. Play sharp on the field, eager to rise. Leads chance loud, I see a devoted lives. Barnsley Bridge Warriors.
Welcome to Terrace Talk. I'm King Bush, and this is my after-match reaction to Rotherham throwing away a 2-goal lead at home to Bradford. And people are going to say Bradford are top of the league. Mate, they ain't going to stay there. They are absolute pony, and that just shows you how bad League One is this season. It's there for the taking. We get a decent manager, we could easily climb up that table and get promoted. It is that easy. This league is that poor, and the fact that Bradford are top of it shows exactly how poor the league is, because I thought they were there for the taking. At 2-0, if we have a decent manager, we see that out and we win 3 or 4. It's that simple. But defensively, we switch off. We defend like the dog and duck. And then the Colts want to blame a young lad who's been playing under 21 football for Celtic. They moaned at Steve Evans last season for singling football players out. And Matt Hamshaw's thrown the young lad under the bus by subbing him. And then the Pull-worn cult have now thrown him under the bus by blaming him for us losing a point, when defensively we was all over the shop. They had a couple of free one-on-ones with a goalkeeper where Dawson's done absolutely fantastic. He's been getting stick from myself as well, but tonight he's earned his keep. I can't think of too many positives. I mean, people are telling me that's the best performance of the season, and that really just highlights how poor we are. If that is the best performance of the season, which it possibly might be, it's not good enough. The manager is out of his depth, and it's very clear. We get a decent manager, we win that game, no questions asked. And that's where we're falling. We're falling tactically. Yeah, we're a bit more on the front foot today, but we were getting absolutely exposed at the back. Absolutely exposed. And better teams than Bradford will just pick us apart. And people are going to say better teams than Bradford at the top. They ain't staying top. Let's get that very, very clear. They will not stop top of the league. I'll be surprised if they finish in the top 10. I didn't rate their team at all. So, again, we don't win a game. The away form is absolutely shocking, so you've got to win the home games, and we don't win the home games. So, Tony Stewart, the plea is to you. You need to get rid of Big Boy, get a new manager in, and hopefully we can climb up the table, because we will not climb under the table under this manager. We will not. The manager is utterly out of his depth. The coaching staff are out of the depth. I mean, I don't know what Woody's doing. Is he turning up to training? Is he just with his mate in the back porter cabin having a few beers? I don't know what's going on there, but they're not doing what they should be doing, because that team has not been properly coached defensively, or they don't understand what they're expected to do defensively, or they're just not capable of doing it. Whichever way you want to look at it, we cannot defend. So, yeah. 2-2, I'll take the point and we move on. Hopefully the next time I'm on Miller's Monday, we're talking about who's going to be the next Rotherham United manager.
My thoughts on game, thought first half we did really well, played some lovely football. Denzel and Martha and Dangor were brilliant, and the build up to the first goal, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to watch. But Bradford, to say the top of the league, they didn't offer much apart from the ball over the top that seemed to get him in. Luckily, we had Cam Dawson on form for once. Otherwise, it could have been a hell of a lot different in that first half, even though we played well. But I said on X at half time that the defence was too high and it needed to drop off a little bit because Bradford were hitting that long ball quite a bit, and you could see that were their main threat, were the ball over the top. I were hoping we'd fetch Jules or somebody on, just an older head, probably only Jules because that's the only one we've got really, to play outside of either Lenny or Jamal, because they're inexperienced and they were playing too high and it looked like they were scared to death at times, and they were like they didn't want to do something and get caught, and it was that long ball what were catching them out all the time. But the second goal, Bradford's second goal, I don't know how the referee has given a throw-in to them because Powell's about to tap it into net. If the shot that he takes doesn't hit he does knock it into net. If the defender's not there to block it, and from block it goes out for a throw-in. So I don't know how he's given them a throw-in, and from that it's a long ball over top again. Lenny gets caught, gets out-muscled, and it's 2-2. Then we decide we're going to fetch Jules on. That's on Amshaw. It means he's reactive and not proactive. He reacts to things. He doesn't react to things early enough. He sees them way too late, and that's what's costing us. But I honestly thought it was best attacking game we've seen from us, but defensively we were a shambles.
Rotherham 2, Bradford City 2. And what can I say about that game? Well, 2-0 up at home, and we're sitting so deep, inviting pressure. Just questions about the referee giving, indecisions, but we've only got ourselves to blame. We have only got ourselves to blame. Bradford were knocking on the door the entire game. First half, we've been lucky. Dawson, some standard saves, and then some really good saves. And hats off to him. I've been his biggest critic this season, and I think he's kept us in the game at times. That was tough. Really, really tough. Just to go 2-0 up. And we played some really good football. The first goal, really good into passing. Hall, what a player. He's got a very similar goal with the half volley a few weeks ago. Keep him fit. He has to start every game for me. Etete, quiet first half. Didn't do very much for me. You could see the defence was shaky, really shaky at times. And then obviously we've gone and scored again with Sheriff. Great goal. I'm glad he's back. We've missed him. He's a presence. And then we've just folded. Absolutely just folded. And we're lucky we didn't lose, if I'm honest. We're very, very lucky not to have come away. Maybe if you take into the first half consideration, 4-2 losers, I would say. And I'm not trying to be negative because we've not lost. But 2-0 up at home, 2-2. I know there'll be a lot of people that'll be saying that was progress, good result. Saw a lot of positives. I've not seen Matt Hamshaw's presser, so I can imagine he's going to be, disappointed. We've shown some good fight, all that nonsense probably. Obviously the game against Northampton is probably going to get called off for international duty. We've got that cup in the week. And then Leyton Orient at home. And between now and then, I think we'll probably end up being back to where we were tonight, 23rd, with other games going on around us. I don't know how to feel, if I'm honest, boys. I feel like we've lost 3-2 in the 90th minute or something. Onwards and upwards, I suppose. Couple of minutes.
Good evening. It's Bez here reporting for KV Terrace Talk as it starts to rain. Outside the New York Stadium, there it is, look. Reports on Rotherham United 2, Bradford City 2. I suppose you could argue it's almost a game of two halves. Although, I don't know, Bradford probably had quality in both halves and we had quality in none of the halves. 2-0 up and, you know, ended up drawing 2-2. It could have been worse, you know. Bradford's had plenty of chances to win the game. They probably should have been, 3 or 4-1 up at half time. Dawson has, you know, kept us in the game. Some good saves where they had 3 one-on-ones in the first half, I think. They've also had a couple of one-on-ones in the second half as well. We just look all over the place defensively. I think one disappointment for me was, you know, I'm always a big fan of Dan Gore. He looked really lost today. I don't know if he's starting to get fed up of being best player and not listening to manager's instructions, I don't know. But the manager's, his head's gone. He was moaning earlier. I saw him talking to the referee after the game and I thought referee didn't really do a lot wrong. He wasn't the best referee, but I don't think he favoured one team or the other. He gave a few dodgy decisions either way, so you can't blame referees for any of that at all. So yeah, we're really struggling, aren't we? I guess it's a point on the board, so I suppose that's good. Point at home, our own record's going. To say they're top of the league, I thought they weren't very good either. You know, both teams kept kicking the ball out of play quite easily. But yeah, I say every kind of match review. Where do we go from here? The manager's got to go, surely. Please, I'm begging for the manager to go. It's just not fun watching. No one wants to go. Look at the crowd today. I know it quoted 9,500, but there were gaps all over. No one wants to go. Surely the chairman's got to see that. Hopefully he does get sacked. You know, a point actually is not too bad against, you know, the top of the league, but it's the manner in which they won the point. You know, they were 2-0 up, they were comfortable. I felt Bradford didn't have to do a lot to kind of come back into the game. It's so hard watching this football, watching this kind of style of play. What are we trying to do? Again, I mentioned it on the podcast. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to play football? Are we trying to go direct? I mean, Bradford City under Graham Alexander, probably a direct side, and I reckon they've had more possession than we have. So, again, miserable day, miserable birthday, as it's my birthday today, so thanks everyone who wished happy birthday today. A lucky draw, I think we're going to take it, keeps us in the bottom 4. If we stay with this manager, we're going down, it's as simple as that. A positive for me, I thought Denzel Hall, thought he had a good game. It was a good goal. The first goal was very good, well worked goal. And second half as well, I thought the second goal was a well worked goal as well. I think it was Dan Gore who played it into James, and great ball across and Sheriff couldn't miss. I thought Tete struggled. I thought Sheriff struggled as well, to be honest, although Sheriff did more than Tete. We're in trouble, aren't we? Unless we sack this manager, we're in trouble. Not a lot more to say. I'm just on the bridge now, and that's it. see you on Monday for the podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. It ended up finishing Rotherham 2, Bradford City 2. A lucky point for Rotherham, but we'll take it. See you later.